I'm Teresa Matic with the Investing News Network. Here with me today is John McCoach, President of the TSX Venture Exchange. John, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure, Teresa.
So you're retiring this year. Congratulations.
Thank you. Not till the end of the year. I have a lot of work to do between now and then, but I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. And you're leaving the venture in good shape. It's up 25% year to date.
It is, and I hope when I actually leave, it'll be in better shape. I've been with the exchange for a while now, and I wanted to leave feeling like the market was healthy, and that the vibrancy that I know can be there in the market that we've seen many times in the last several decades is back again, and I'm feeling that.
Has the market turned?
I believe so. I think the market turned on January 20th. In fact, actually, we're up 46% since January 20th.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. In fact, the TSX Venture Exchange is the best performing exchange in the world year to date. Of course, the market came off from highs in 2011, but I feel pretty good about where we're going.
Yeah, and you've mentioned that the higher trading volumes on the exchange are just as important, if not more important, as the great performance. Why is that?
I think generally speaking, a bull market on volume is always a more positive sign than a market going up on on lower volume. So it means that there's more activity, more interest in the market, which fuels that bullish sentiment.
Absolutely. And what does this mean for junior mining companies listed on the exchange?
Well, liquidity, access to capital. That's why most companies come to the market, and we're starting to see that. We're starting to see more financing activity already. I'm hearing more about the pipeline filling up, particularly for the projects that are a little more advanced. Of course, that will help all companies eventually, but right now we're seeing a lot of good financing activity.
Right, and that'll be good for investors as well, I suppose.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, up 46% since January 20th. I hope somebody's making money.
Yeah. Earlier this year, there was also a lot of discussion around proposed changes to the exchange. How have those been progressing?
Very well. We focused on 3 strategic priorities. We announced those in December last year, and those being to reduce our clients' costs without impacting investor confidence in the market, to enhance liquidity and increase the number of investors funding TSX Venture companies, and third, to grow the stock list, but importantly, to diversify the stock list. So I think we've got good progress on all 3 of those fronts.
And have your priorities changed at all now that the venture is seeing a better performance and higher volume? Because I know that not everybody was on board with those changes, sort of.
When we announced the changes, the intent was to go to the community, which we did very actively. We had a dozen town halls across Canada, and I recently returned from a couple similar town hall events, one in London and one in Zurich, where we met with 60 fund managers over there, talking about the venture market, talking about the changes that we're proposing. So we have absolutely adjusted our priorities after the consultation with all the stakeholders, but the focus is still the same. Those 3 strategic priorities remain the same. We've adjusted some of the tactics based on client feedback, but we're still heading in the same direction. Okay,
that's great to hear. And back of the envelope calculation, where do you think the TSX Venture is going to finish the year?
Oh, I think the index, well, now, wait a minute. My crystal ball isn't any better than anybody else's. Of course. But I am feeling optimistic about the direction that we're going.
That's great to hear. Thank you for joining me, John, and congratulations on your retirement and the great performance of the exchange so far this year.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I'm Teresa Matic with the Investing News Network.